rest of it, so they easily get frustrated. But if you look at, compare them to people that are well-to-do, economically in a good position, you hardly see them behaving this way on the roads. So I think economic reason could be one of the most, the one that is really influencing drivers to misbehave on the road or get frustrated. Thank you.
Okay, you know, have we never seen a rich man complaining or getting annoyed while driving?
They are divorced. Okay, don't beg me. Should not go down with
See, there are people that are economically sound, and there are those that are portraying. You understand? There are those portraying they are economically sound, but they are not entirely. So these are those kind of people that you will see them behaving that way.
No, the truth is that there are categories of people. There are people who pretend to be rich, but they are not rich. Yes. You know, this saying that you are dressed the way you dress, that is what is giving so many people fake life. If you meet a real rich man, the first thing he does is to assess the value of the car you use to hit his car. If he doesn't want standing with you, he tells his driver to move. That's the truth. He knows he's bigger than that. He's even afraid to make trouble with you.
Let me ask questions.
That is the truth. But if it is this, help me go here. You understand?
Let me ask questions. Please, what is the correlation between being extremely rich and anger management?
The truth is, on Nigerian roads, what Mazda said, and my boss, is true. Even not rich. If we look at the group of drivers on the road, if you look at the group of drivers on the road, there is a certain level or a quote unquote, quote and unquote, that even if breeze, if you are driving beside them and the breeze of your car passes through them more than necessary, their reaction will speak volume. That people will look at what are they doing. But a rich man, that is educated, their tolerance, you cannot compare with those the poor people. A man on bike, say for example, a man on bike, because maybe your brake, you apply your brake, maybe the brake shoe make a little noise, you see his reaction, his anger, you see what you see. Does he want to ride me, or does he want to show that he has a car or this thing? But rich men don't think that way. Then two, what I'm supporting Mazi is that if you see the real rich men, they don't really have issues on the road. Because the poor run away from them on the road. Once you see a car that is so expensive, you don't go near it. I'll take notice of something that it is those we that maybe we are still begging God to take us up. It is our car that suffers on the road. Because those poor people, they don't care. They will mark it, they will say, oh, how much is that car? But the real rich men can. Don't go away. Even if a spirit is possessing you, a demon is trying to push you there. You will buy it and buy it the devil. Because you know that even in Tanya, you cannot afford it.
Please. I think we should be careful about what we say. It's really funny. We should understand that anger management is different from wealth. You would actually behave according to your character or sin or wealth.
Now, I would say probably if we have the opportunity of seeing rich people get angry, I bet you will not want to. I'm not coming, I'm not rich. So let's not be. See, the truth is this. If you drive well on the island, if you drive well on the island, one of the people, okay, there was a viral tweet. Now, there was a viral tweet and a video of Pastor Oyemade crashing a downside. Is it not rich? Have you seen some of our policemen get angry? If you what you don't okay. What you are not live with these people. You don't know their personal lives. Now, if you don't see, that's why there's a course called anger management. If there's no need, if they know that it is wealth, if they know it's wealth that makes you takes anger away, they will tell you in anger management class that go and get wealthy and anger will go away. So let's not confuse both. You get very late, you don't get angry. It's two different things.
Let's not divert. Here the point is
sorry, Super, you are really digressing from where we are going. Yeah, you digress. We lost it. See, anger is part of every human being feature or character. But we are talking of driving while on the road. Anger management.
Even driving on the road, the hungry man is always like
definitely. It's just the truth.
okay.
Thank you. Let's continue.
Yeah, let's not divert. The point was, we are trying to say, among the emotions, anger affects more drivers than any other emotion. And the observation here was that, which is also true, that when somebody is got a social problem, okay, you have a problem at home, you are not getting paid, you are not given your money, but you are told to go. When collision occurs, investigations, we are still coming because we have a long way to go. Investigation sometimes, one, they will prevarize, they will check the blood, there's no alcohol content, fatigue is nothing. In advanced countries, they will even look at your phone. What was your last conversation in the past 1 hour on all that and all that? They'll find maybe you were arguing with the wife and so on. They'll grade that now as that collision, whatever that crash, they'll grade it as something part of which was caused as a result of emotion. Are we getting to this?
Lisa, is there any data that proves that when you are rich you don't get angry? I would like to know. Wait,
no.
I'm asking a question.
No.
Your point was that if you are rich on the road, if you are rich on the road, you are less likely to get angry. That is the point. No, that's the point we're making. If you are rich on the road, you are less likely to get angry. And me, I'm asking for a verifiable data to back it up. I am saying, do not compare wealth with anger. They are two different things. That is my point.
Okay. Both points are correct because this topic is wider. That's why I deliberately asked to say, have you never seen a rich man get upset on the just a pedestrian? Look how people get angry. Just a pedestrian who has gone, who also, you remember what we said the other week? Everyone has got the right of way. isn't it? Everyone has got the right to use what? But you find this rich man or poor man, as long as he's driving, a pedestrian is hooting you. You should be fearing vehicles, you know. All that is displaying the ignorance that he doesn't know that that person too has the right to use what? The road. The moment we have that mentality of respecting everyone using the roadway, we will have less problems to solve. Can we make progress?
Anger is not necessarily expressed when we have physical engagement. We are all drivers. We may not even exchange words, but I may express my anger towards you. Just like truck drivers, they will say it gives him body. Just because you are annoyed with his action and you want to retaliate, you will express the anger by another action, by a reaction, not necessarily engaging verbally. I may decide to match brake suddenly just to make the person behind me drive wrong, deliberately. So it's just an action, not necessarily verbal engagement. So rich man can do it, poor man can do it. It's not physical engagement. It is only when it's physical that I will say, maybe a poor man will want to dignify, a rich man will want to dignify himself or not. And this thing of emotion, it's a state of mind. Who you are is who you are anywhere in any situation. The situation you find yourself will only magnify your personality. A rich man may have anger problem. A poor man may not have. He may be able to manage his anger. So it's individuality, it's personality traits, not necessarily about the physical thing. The physical things or the wealth may magnify, but the situation you find yourself, if you are able to manage your anger between you and your colleague at work, a driver and an officer, the way you address situation, when you get on the road, you would definitely want to express the same, because it's your personality. You don't get annoyed easily. Even if somebody annoys you, you respond positively. So it's more of personality traits and not
Financial traits.
Okay.
People should not misunderstand me. You know, when we are trying to make a decision, we look at the majority where it falls. And based on my experiences, not even me, myself, other people too, other drivers, so to say. You know, we are now talking of driving and road rage. That's where I'm particular about. Yes, every human gets angry, so it depends on how you manage it. Of course, it's a trait in every one of us. But the unity, when you look at the way drivers behave on the road, for instance, let's look at it that maybe someone who is driving down for Okada, then someone drives recklessly towards him, he gets angry. And his reaction, that's what matters. A lot of those drivers in that category, they overreact, so to say. You see them still driving, but lamenting, insulting, and the rest of it. But what I'm saying,
even if they are right, they will abuse.
Thank you, that's what I'm saying. And why are they behaving that way? They are behaving that way because they are frustrated. There is frustration in them, and what is causing those frustrations is economic factors. It's economic factors because it could be nature of their work or whatever. But what I'm saying, there is frustration in the system, there is frustration in the society, and the masses or the poor are more affected. So they always try to bend it, transfer of aggression or whatever you call it, to another person. So that's where I'm going. Every human being gets angry. It's natural. But what I'm saying that some other people, because of frustration, they want to now exact that frustration on another person due to a simple thing. Take a look at someone. You see, There are two accidents I witnessed. There is this woman, she was driving her, I think it was, what's the name of this car? Suddenly she came out of a junction, then a car, commercial car, hit her because she was on speed. Her vehicle had to turn around. So when it turned around, the man just came out, was even crying. How can I get money to pay this woman vehicle? But when the woman came out, she just went around her vehicle. When she went around, she just went to her seat and just drove off. She did not even talk to the man. She just went off. Another one happened. The man, it was his danger. They were on a traffic line. So that other vehicle come and hit him at the back. He did not even turn back. Immediately they got the green light. He zoomed out. But I have seen other ones like those truck pushers. He went and hit these commercial vehicles. He hit his tire. I'm sorry, not his tire, the side of the vehicle, and he scratched. When this man came out, if you see how he was insulting and the rest of it, in fact, policemen had to come there in order to settle them. The same thing if an Okada man, which may be a pedestrian, someone, okay, he did not hit him, but he started lamenting. See this stupid man, he just came, you almost hit me, this, that. It was just this, because if you look at their situation, you will understand they are frustrated already. So they will vent it on any other person. But you hardly see someone who is economically sound, but who is behaving that very way. So that's just the point I'm trying to drive at. Of course, maybe you would think otherwise, but that's what, as far as I'm concerned, I know. Thank you very much.
Okay, so in whatever points that we have, all the observations that we have elaborated. So, yeah, in whatever situations we find ourselves, all the points are very much valid because they are based on eyewitness. They are eyewitness based, isn't it? So, point now is, in all these situations that we have had, that we may experience, what we need to do in driving is to exercise patience. When we exercise patience, we find ourselves solving problems in a very silent but technical manner. So, anger while driving. As you drive, you usually rely upon a set of assumptions or expectations. We are together. So, you assume that others will drive and act in a safe and responsible manner. When you must change your expectations, you might be tempted to react angrily. In normal driving, other drivers will interfere with your planned speed or path of travel. They will slow in front of you or change lanes improperly. I gave one example just entered, isn't it? He entered the roadway, he starts moving slowly. Now you want to overtake them, they will accelerate and their cars are powerful than yours. You know exactly that he's just trying to play with your mind. In some instances, such situations even lead to road rage. So, in normal driving, other drivers, sometimes you might think that everyone is irritating you as you drive. You look at this one is irritating you, this one is irritating you. Has it not happened? So, as a result of these and other unplanned actions, you might become angry. You know, emotions a part of what it means to be alive. It's part of life. But what we need to do is to know how to manage them. Anger occurs more often to drivers than any other emotion. Anger can range from mild irritation to furious rage. Yes.
The second point.
The second point, yes. You assume that others will drive and act in a same responsible manner. That's your, because you know everyone is using this road, right? Now, that's the normal driving. Everyone should keep, they should keep right, isn't it? So now, this person starts keeping left, okay? And there is no pothole. And then you are surprised. This person, why is he not keeping right? Why is he? There is no pothole. What is the reason? From nowhere, that other vehicle is coming. It doesn't care about you. You just enter. Whereby if you don't even apply brakes, you hit each other. So, that's the second point. When you assume that others will drive
Because if you assume
and act in a self-responsible manner.
if you assume everybody will act normally, and in the event of an abnormal action, won't there be disappointment in the way?
That's why we are saying now, because when you see people driving, you assume they are just normal. But sometimes a truck is coming on your way, it's not overtaking, but it's on your lane, coming on the opposite direction. Then what do? You must change your...
So do we now assume this notion that once you are
we are coming to that. I don't really believe they are mad, but there is a version. There's a version we are going to look at them.
Because I'm trying to compare this statement to that.
Exactly. No, we are coming to that. We are coming to that. All these.
Is the statement supposed to be, we always assume that others drive and act in a safe, responsible manner?
No, it's you as yourself. We don't drive together. You will be driving alone. And that's your assumption as a driver. A passenger will not assume with you. You are the driver.
I'm trying to understand what Jide is asking. I understand where Jide is.
For anybody that has driven in Lagos before, when you understand how Danfo's guys drive, how Okada riders are, sometimes if you assume that they are okay, you will be disappointed. But over time you will experience the way they drive. So sometimes if they do anything, you are not surprised. And it doesn't get to you. You just know that that's their normal way of behavior. So I don't assume they will drive safe. You cannot drive the Danfo guy and assume that they will drive safe or in a responsible way.
You know, this statement now is bringing a reality. Okay? Before you saw those mistakes, people were driving more or less until you spotted them. So there are some places where you see everyone is just doing well, and you cannot be taken for that because anytime a mistake can occur. So this statement stands to say that's the reality. There is orderly of traffic here, but anytime you will hear a story, the way the certain vehicle came, it was terrible. You went this side, you know those. Sometimes it's once in a while. And not always, but always people will try to be in order. Then why should people behave like that? We are coming to that. Don't forget we are covering emotions, the whole course. So, where are we now? Uncle, we covered this, yes. while driving is still continuing. So, if as a diverted truck driver or trainers as we are, you are not able to maintain emotional control, that's our subject. You might remain angry long after the road has been cleared by those who blocked it. Is this not reality? So as a professional truck driver, you might take risks you would not take if you were calm. And I'm not to you, maybe that guy now has got issue because now he has run out of fuel. You are just coming accident, which is actually known as accident in the world, but we know it's a collision. Because the driver had the target to say, I'm not going to break into this car. Now we together.
Due to hijackers, snatchers, and the rest of it. So, if you see someone driving that way, the first thing that will come to you is, would they be armed robbers? Would they be hijackers trying to stop you to maybe hijack your truck? So definitely you accelerate to see if once you have a chance to accelerate to pass them. So I don't think that will now relate to, should I say, anger or emotions. It's like being that due to the situation in town. You are trying to be proactive to protect yourself or your assets from being hijacked or stolen. That's my own thinking.
So, we can rule out emotions?
No, what I'm saying that, yeah, of course, it's we have to look at the situations. Vis-a-vis the situation on ground with respect to the driving emotions as you call it. So that's what I'm looking at, because I remember when I was traveling then, the driver, there was this truck behaving that way, this vehicle behaving that way in front. So he said, I hope these people are not kidnappers because of the way they were driving. Immediately he had an opportunity, he accelerated and passed them and we went away. So that way we should not look at it as emotion playing role, or should I just look at it as another fact?
You know, that is triggered by a brain. You start thinking maybe they are hijackers. Emotions are entered. Already, it's an emotion. These are the hijackers. One, there is some kind of fear, there is an amount of fear. And also, just fear. We said anger, love, fear. They are all part of emotions. So the moment this we start understanding this, I'm sure it will help us to manage emotions. Yes.
Another way I want to
It's okay in situations like that. I think OJDA can still apply. Fine, you see somebody ahead of you, you observe how many people are in the vehicle, what kind of person can it be, the movement, and then you judge. Okay, they cannot be hijackers, and the hijackers. Then you decide on the action to take. But whatever action you will take eventually, make sure it's a safe action. Not necessarily you don't bash into them, you don't scratch them, or they scratch you. Whether emotion comes in, but once the emotion has not crossed to the red line, it's still managed. You can manage the situation from your observation, your judgment, and the decision you take to act. Just make sure you are still within the same mood. So,
yeah, that's a valid point. So why are we talking about emotions saying? Why are we focusing on emotions, dangers of driving under emotions? What can emotions do to a driver that he cannot drive properly? So we are saying anger can impair your ability to brake. Okay? It can impair your ability to steer and to accelerate smoothly. Anger can do that. A good example, you are here. Okay, I said, Mr. Peter, can you help me with some money? I just want to buy a soft drink. Then you tell me to say, no, I don't have money. There's a guy who owes me 50,000 naira, right? This time around he's in Lagos. If he came, he called me, he got my money, but he's in Lagos. If he was here at least, and he gave me that money, I would have taken a 1,000 naira so you can buy your drink. Are you getting the story? So now I say, who is that person? He said, no, it's Mr. Ibrahim. Mr. Ibrahim? Yes. Mr. Ibrahim is just here at the Irawa Junction. I found him, he's enjoying himself. So he told you he's in Lagos. Are you telling me he's there? No, I just talked to him on phone and he says he's in Lagos. You see now? So now you get a vehicle, it doesn't matter. You can even get a truck, even without authorization. You're under emotions, you want to cover it up. The way you'll be driving, all these humps, are you going to see them? Your focus is to find him and say, liar, you told me you're in Lagos, and yet you are here. So you're driving now, the way it will affect your braking system, it will affect your acceleration, the way you steer the steering, it will affect you. Sometimes even before you reach there, you have bashed a bike man. Emotions have overtaken you. This is how dangerous emotions can be in driving. So, as a professional truck driver, you might take the risks you would not take if you were calm. If you are calm, the risks will be minimal. So if you are angry, you might not see everything you should see. Your action of being in an emotional state as you drive might force others to stop or to swerve abruptly because of your actions. You have your own problem of chasing after Mr. Ibrahim. In the process, people now are swerving because they can see the way the vehicle is coming. This vehicle is not normal. So now you're concentrating on self-driving. So when you go to, you now start asking people. We do ask, isn't it? You ask people, why did it happen that way? You know our society. This one comes to say, the problem with this, I think the family was at fault. When this person died in Lagos, they took the coffin from here to Lagos. They were supposed to buy the coffin from there. Dead people don't like coffins which come from another town to another town. You see? You sit with people, you listen to many theories. This one with his belief, this one with his belief, this one. But did they try the issue of emotions. How can you lose your wife and you are the one driving and you expect to drive, okay? Your loved one? What kind of vehicle is it that other people cannot drive even when you are mourning? Are we seeing that? Then that is on the part of sorrow. Now, when we come to the issue of depression, okay, you are a truck driver. You are given book out, right? You start going to, what's that other? Edo State. You start going there. The moment you step out, you start driving now, you hit the road, your wife calls you now. Hello, yes, how far? Now I'm going to Edo State. Oh, okay, fine. No, I just want to let you know that I'm tired of you now. You have always accused my second son that he resembles the neighbor, so you're not going to find me. You can find your house. I'm moving to the neighbor who you accused to be the father of the house. Safely. Are you going to drive safely? You will definitely be in an emotional state where now you will see a road is divided into 10 routes. You don't know which one to follow. So, these emotions are so powerful that we know them. Unless we discover them like in this training, that this is how powerful they are. Otherwise, we can be lacking behind when there is something as powerful as emotions disturbing our driving task. So these emotions here are other emotions that can adversely affect driving. The risk of a collision can be up to 10. So emotions are they can be as destructive as a fatigued or intoxicated driver. So this is the story of a woman so the driver for the Hilux was a mature person. So, judging the speed and the distance of both cars, this is what I've just explained. So, we are saying, judging from the way she reacted, clearly she was taken by emotions. Emotional fumes within her mind. She was somewhere else. So the issue of that woman can help us understand how strong emotions can affect someone. The same can happen to a truck driver while driving. This is what we are calling as dangers of driving under emotional stress. If you lose your loved one, could be your husband, wife, child, parent, or any close relative, you are not in a better position to drive. People in such situations may be depressed. Don't drive when you are under depression. You need to drive only when you are at your physical best. You know, our training school there, we've even divided counseling. There are drivers, you find they've been in some situation, and then you look at it, you want them for counseling thing on the situation. It helps. If you want to be best friends with drivers, understand their problems, get in their shoes, offer counseling and training, you'll be moving at the same page.
Sir, the fourth point. If we flip the coin, what if an happiness is more happy mood or excitement mood? The same thing happens.
Yes, when you are excited and happy. You remember we talked about the football fan. I even gave the example of the Nigerian getting Africa Cup. How many people died as a result of excitement? When people are celebrating Christmas and New Year, how many people die? Are they sad or are they depressed? They are happy, celebrating a New Year. And what is the result? They are part of emotions. Is that clear? So, managing
You want to get something, you want to do something, you want to get something done on the easy way. People plan at it. Take for example, maybe there's 3 lanes formed in one lane, maybe in an environment that should be 2 lanes, maybe 1 3 lane. When maybe a vehicle broke down ahead of you. Now, this lane is switching to join with this one. You see people very angry to just allow a car to switch lane. It happened to me some months ago. I wanted to switch lane. Do you know the boss he had made up his mind to block or to destroy my car just for me to switch lane. And the funniest thing is that this guy obviously not want to go.
The bike is not.
They allow the guy to switch lane less than 2 minutes when I want to switch ahead of him too. But he was so angry, he doesn't want me to switch it. In fact, he was almost scratching the fender of my car, this thing. So I allowed him to go. When I switch lane, I now return back to my lane since I overtook the border. It was not more than 5 minutes. The next thing, his own lane was blocked. I started hearing someone hailing me. Daddy, there's no name they call me. Then she speak to me, I just look at him. I said, sweetly, I say, I'm not, the lane is not my father, the road is not my father's property. He should switch lane. Wow. I showed him my example that the road is nothing. He's the one that is saying it as a very difficult task to let someone do the right of you. Because I've learned a lesson, there was sometime last year when I was saying that the rich, the mean carry, I don't know that was them. The rich, their anger, they have their road rage is minimal compared to the very. I was driving out, I wanted to come to the patients. I asked for around maybe 2:07 in the morning. So my son was just at that man. The front seat is for him. So the doings and all this thing was angry anymore. It was distracting me with it. The next thing you open this one, want to take this one, the thing now fell. Oh my God. So the yogurt was pouring inside the jar now. So I was angry. I might tell what way I would bring to this thing. The little one that I was angry. My fire has entered into a little company. He now swapped my hand a little bit. What my greatest fear was, when I swapped, my side mirror has already entangled with another mess. It was a 2020 model. I looked at this is basic. I've had my wheel, the front tire. He has washed the front plate of that car before I was able to do this. You know the mad brain. I'm mad brain. My wife was just I don't know my wife. The only thing I told my wife is I don't buy my petrol and pass our level. You know, out of humility, some people did what they do. I don't immediately open the door. I went to the man. I said, I'm sorry, sir. You know what the man said at the reply? He said, young man, you are distracted. That thing should not be for that kid. I know this is please. I should arrange this thing. The next thing, you know, other people were on me. It was along that better this thing. he reversed a little bit and was waving to my son. Hey, young boy, how are you? And he drove off. And I told my wife that this thing that happened, I noticed clearly a little bit dented his fender, and he noticed that he didn't make any feelings about it. He moved. And I told my wife, say, oh, 2 months of my salary, 2 months of salary. I know this man will still be going through this little issue, but you understand me? In fact, the boss people that were the double people at that moment, they were not saying that, hey, people, we shall allow them to have road to go. Because they were expecting was exchanging blow, but scuffle, no scuffle. In fact, when the man was turning again towards the changer, as I was going, he honked his one to my honk his one to, and I told my wife, this is an angel. You understand?
Yeah. So we are getting the story now. So, okay. Before we even come to some things, let's finish this fight, right? The unfriendly conflict, when you are closing ranks to deny someone entering your lane because you are frustrated or you are upset, in that category is unfriendly conflict, okay? Then we have the hostile conflict. What is the hostile conflict? When you are tailgating to pressure someone or another driver to go faster or get out of their way. You have seen trucks coming closer to you. Very close, like they want to bash you. What they want to force you to go. Or if you can't go, can you get out? Have you seen that situation? It has a name. That is hostile conflict. You want somebody to move or get out of the way. Why are you doing that? Remember, under emotions, we have gone into a category of road rage. Now, we have a violent conflict. What is a violent conflict? Making visible obscene gestures at another driver, like what happened before the gun was put. You remember, I've just been talking about that. You start taking out your hand, insulting somebody over a road traffic situation. That is violent conflict. Then we have also the minor. This one is our own category in our research. We have the minor OJDA conflict. What is the OJDA minor conflict? Pursuing other vehicles in a chase because of a provocation or insult. Somebody takes out the hand and insults you. You see that is insulting you. Now you start pursuing with your vehicle. Chasing. Because of a provocation or an insult. That is a minor OJDA conflict. You don't do that. The truck is for delivery of goods in a safe and sufficient manner. So the moment you start using it now to chase people, you are out of order. Then there is a major OJDA conflict. What is this major OJDA conflict? Getting out of the truck or getting out of your vehicle and beating or battering someone as a result of road rage exchange. Okay, the guy that was lifting up the arms to give you those signs, you chase him. You have already violated minor OJDA conflict. Now when you find him, you get out of the vehicle. It becomes a major OJDA conflict.
What do I explain?
drivers are trying to outrun each other. True.
Yeah.
Wonder which company when the drivers are trying to outrun each other. When both drivers are trying to outrun each other, maybe they are going on the same road. So driver A now pass driver B. So out of annoyance, driver B now say, okay, I'll also pass you. And he accelerated. So they are now started competing. Yes, actually on the road. So something like that. So how do we
I think we have to add on our own JDA syllabus, we can add the aggressive conflict. You know, you categorize situations and then you give a name. Remember, we should give names to situations. So in that way, to help us, you just, everyone knows, you know, let's say in a company we say, okay, aggressive conflict. They all know what it is. So we don't have to explain. When you just say driver A was found wanting in aggressive drive or aggressive conflict, we know the description because we have given codes. It helps. So, are we making progress? So, emotions are part of what we can term mental illness. Are we together? Because now, emotions now, they are more than feelings, they are above feelings. So they qualify now to a mental category. Yes. Yes.
Now, our emotions.
Yes.
Can't we either rage, either fear, love, or anxiety? Can't we harness it in such a way? Can't we harness our emotions in such a way that it will be productive?
That microphone is not.
Harness our emotion in such a way that it will be impactful or helpful to defensive driving. Like maybe I'm excited today, overly excited. Is there no way I can use my excitement to drive in a defensive way?
That's why we are in this training. We are still coming to that.
Oh.
We first started describing what emotions are, what they can do. Then we are coming also to that. How do we manage them?
I also want to speak on this emotion from personal experience. It's easier said than done at times. From my own angle, I've said something now, not long ago, that people applauded it and no, I know it's good. I do something, I try. But if I also say this one, you will crucify me immediately like Jesus Christ. At that day. Why? I'll be going to Lagos, going to where? I will bring them from my car, come back home with them. I will say, why this? They won't do this. I'm like, don't mind them, the strong men on the road. But you are spending money to do this. You know, that will start creeping and sinking. Truly, that way you'll be thinking about it. I spent so money to repair this thing the other time. And you go, I also spent so money. It now happened that day, on the afternoon, in a coast where you expect same miles as one driving. They stopped a lane. Definitely there was all these, what they call it, is it local government council boys. Stop, no, this lane should not move. This one is moving. And a guy out of his own wisdom, who felt maybe his own, who is so anxious to move, through from another lane. As I was going, because the path that I was going, the next thing he clipped my bumper at the behind. and they slashed the whole bumper. I came down, immediately I came down, and it's a guy that is resident at that, maybe, you know, but he's a popular guy there. Immediately I came down, the guy came down, I saw this area boy, you know, they were shaking him, and he wore a Chelsea jersey. That thing angered me immediately. I mean, that had my fan. I feel insulted. You understand? And there were two guys, one in front and a woman. I remember, on the job, sitting at the back. You know, immediately I came, I saw guys. They were already, you know when you start being, when they want to support someone. They started telling me, and even if you should have, you shouldn't go with people. Who will speak inside will talk. They just want to change that. I should not be mindful, I should not be angry with the guy. And I said, it is not about speed. What happened to how will I do my bumper now? The first thing when the guy will talk, see, waiting they talk, who cares about that one? You dislodge my whole bumper. I was so mad. And the guy was using what they call it, Big Daddy. I was so mad. That was where the thing started. As we were dragging those that were wanting that, I told those that I don't care. The guy now made a statement. He said, how much is it? Is it for people that money is so this thing? I was the one that just went into my car. I got my car, I'm the gambling star. Your money means nothing to me. I don't need your money. I was just expecting the guy to say, sorry, would have solved the problem. But I'm not just the guy to say, I'm sorry. But because the guy has crowd, all this agree with what? If we were talking, those that we were still gisting with you, other, as if my own issue is nothing. That's why I now flare up. Immediately I flare up. The guy now ran into his car and wind up on his AC. Those that were telling him to stop today. One of those that agree, where I say emotion is bad. One of those that I don't know the talent God gave you. He picked the bumper of my pen. Because I'll do it. Move, he hit it and take it. I was surprised. I thought it was a faulty. I said, something that we thought I drag it. I thought, this is true. This is that should have been me. But my anger is that how we Chelsea guys intimidate man. Intimidate the guys. Not even I'm sorry. On my player. See, it is something that is funny, but it wasn't funny that it was something that locked almost holy and Aja. If I'm coming to that locked that place. This is what I'm saying. No traffic, but traffic was not moving. Everybody was on me. What is it now? What they said is going to do, I said they should bring police. I want police here. This is the next thing those that will now push me. The next thing that they will now move, the guy will move. He made the guy move and now told them there. Where does he want to run to that I will not catch him? I drove after him. This one that said aggressively. I was pursuing him. We were moving. I caught up with him again at the alarm to call. I closed him at the because we were there. The only time I think I picked out my answer. I called this Pharisee guy Oka. That commander said Oka and the court will be lock Oka. So I'm coming. The guy he said I should not work. He will tell his boys to come out. We were there more than 15 minutes at no traffic. And I was expecting police to come arrest the police was not coming. This guy did not say sorry. They were inside that car, they pinned down the central law. They were looking at me. You understand this thing? That thing was, I was boiling. Some guys when I came to me, they said they know what happened. That as you leave for guys, they said, Jimmy, the one go be, I will go be. What pains me most that when some people were coming that I should just leave them that I should have small boy. Those guys who were trying to clear off the road. That was why. You know when someone is, those guys, you lose their guy. I have to jump on the road divider for them not to hit me. And that's okay. If is that the case, if this James Brown will do it together for them. I drove after them again. Where I was saying that emotion is bad. Little thing will come. As I was driving, they were on the speed lane. I was at the middle lane, you understand? They were on the fast lane, I was at the middle. One of these bus driver who was offloading load for the passenger coming down. You know, the guy brought out the basket of tomatoes. I was turning like that, I was almost touching it. The tomatoes, everything, I picked it up with my whispering. For you to now danger of drop that. I called the guy around, or I get that phone book bridge. That place was blocked up again. It was the bloody thing. Just, I'm sorry. You know someone's bumper and everything is doing it. It was many people, old men, the now gather.
Who paid for the tomatoes? What are we making?
I'm coming, who will catch one to speak? The person will be thinking, but what I'm telling you is emotions. Assuming I've crushed that guy, that man now. Sincerely speaking, assuming I've crushed that guy, that someone spoiled my bumper is no longer tenable. That anger, that emotion is no longer tenable. So at the end of the day, the whole thing when they came, he just said that this is that he learned that we were there, that less time. But the funniest thing that the bumper when I came to life, what I spent on the bumper was less than 5,000. And that's sad and that's check. I was even have killed someone. It will be a benefit regret. And the problem will be so much. You know, this is something is a J time for friends on this thing. But emotions at times, once the emotion picks up, to control it is always difficult.
So, that's why we are saying emotions are part of what we can categorize also as mental illness. Because emotions affect over 116 million people across Africa. And this is a pre-pandemic health condition. Okay? So, out of this, we see a lot of suicide rates remain high, particularly concerning as are the exponential rates of alcoholic use and abuse among roadway users worldwide. So, now there is a question. We have seen the 5 categories. And then, do aggressive drivers see themselves as being aggressive?
No.
Okay. Who else is an aggressive driver here?
Sorry, sir. Sorry. Wait. Sorry. Yes. Mr. Ibrahim is number 1 anyway. Let's deal with Wesley's case because it is bound to repeat itself. The collusion or the brush was not his problem. His problem is beyond the collusion. Is the Chelsea Man U thing, and there is something people fail to understand. You can't fight nature. Let's permit me to digress a bit. We all know that Arsenal has initial tracker in everything. No, wait. Because even when you want to pursue somebody who is far better than you, they had the Man U child, and because of the way Ferguson bought some trophies for you people, and now the nemesis has caught up. I think it is over 10 years now you could not lay your hand in another trophy. So now let's wrap up. Just like this season that ended on Sunday, we could see how Man U were just laboring and struggling, and at the end of the day they ended up in not even Conference League. So when you are driving,
Okay, you know, hello. Okay, let's make progress. There's a question. Do aggressive drivers really see themselves as being aggressive?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, let's go here. Does NFX... Now let's make progress. I'm looking at the the time for prayers and what is remaining. So let's make progress.
Okay.
So I brought these 5 categories. Okay. Listen, I brought. Hello. I brought this thing. Listen very carefully. Listen. We have all said no. There are no aggressive drivers here. I've brought back this unfriendly conflict, closing ranks to deny someone entering your lane because you are frustrated or upset. Don't we do that? Somebody just confess.
Yes.
So are we still saying there are we don't have aggressive drivers?
No, that's not the question.
Okay.
The question is, do they see themselves?
Do they see themselves?
As aggressive drivers? Yes.